Welcome to the podcast from Stress to Success Blueprint with Lolita Guarin. And today is the episode number 59. And I want to talk about how stressful it can be when you are participating in a constant competition. And this can go multiple levels. I mean, we live in society that everything is a competition, looks to me. Um, and it really starts when you are being born. And I know may not sound great, but it's reality. If you have other family members in your group, you probably have to divide that attention from your authorities, from your parents and grandparents, or anybody who's helping you and providing nurturing to you. You'll be dividing that up. So if let's say you have a brother or sister, it's impossible for you to have 100% of the time of all of this, isn't it? So you will feel competition. Like, I need to look better. I look funnier. I need to or yell. Oh, I need to misbehave and get that attention. Now, this is totally human needs. Okay. That's how we operate. We are herd animals. And if we do not get attention, then we hence die. That's how happens when we became isolated or isolate ourselves. And it's not good for us. It's a human experience. So let's just take it for a fact. That's things are. But now, what is that you do when you all stressed out about it? If you take this as okay, well, everybody's going to be looking for attention. Everyone wants to be the better. And mind you, there are people who don't want to do anything. And you know what? It's great because you have to honor your needs. And if you want to be great or you want to do nothing, it's all up to you. So here's the key. The real pressure and stress that comes from competition, it's really in your mind, like everything else, isn't it? I never tell other people to compare yourself to everybody else. You probably already heard it. It's not like news. Like, don't compare yourself to other people because you don't know what they're going. It's very good to be inspired by the people. I've been inspired so many times, and I'm so happy that I see other people succeed or achieve something that I want to do, or they do something without even achieving. They just being themselves, and that already inspires me just to be myself. Where the stress comes if you're trying to become that other person. And I've seen a lot of dysfunctional families, and mind you, all families are dysfunctional. It's just up some level, right? Some of us have more, some of us have less of that. Um, but we naturally have this tendency of we have to behave with other people, otherwise we'll be excluded from the group. So now when you realize that your value is really comes from being you, and society and everyone around you sees for who you are and they appreciate you and they celebrate you, that will be a beautiful world, isn't it? Well, but so far it's not. Let's work on it. So it will be very cruel for me to say and to state, and who am I really to tell you, well, you need to stop judging yourself by what other people think about you. It's very easy said than done, isn't it? Because we still belong to that group. So how about I tell you this? You can manage your stress that has to do with the competition this way. And I get a lot of clients who come to me and they say they burn out, they stressed out, they don't know what to do. And majority of them are overachievers, as I call. The individuals who are running for the horizon. Excuse me. It never stop. They like never stop. It's like, so what it is, it's not even about other people, isn't it? It's about you. So I recommend you when you start stressing about something that you're not doing enough, or you think you could be better, or you don't want to disappoint your family members, you don't want to even disappoint yourself. Compare yourself to yourself. Look where you were a year ago. Look where you were 5 years ago. Look where you were 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Compare yourself to your childhood. Do you seriously think that you're still the same child as you were before? Probably not. So, how about celebrate that? How about take this as a competition and say, I won this competition. Guess what? I took the most impossible to achieve goal to be somebody better because I became somebody better. I became somebody, or even worse, you became something else. You moved, you evolved, you learned. And there's so many times that we stress ourselves a lot about the, oh, I made a mistake. Oh my gosh, life will be so difficult if we have no mistakes. Imagine you will be making pancakes, and every time you make a pancake, it's always perfect. Suddenly, those pancakes don't matter anymore. Did you notice this thing that, let's say, you always dream about getting a better job or like making more money, and then you get more money and you're like, nah, it was okay. Why? It's a human nature. We constantly need to go and do things. We need to evolve. Energy needs to move. So stop judging that and acknowledge what you already achieved. Celebrate yourself. So when you feel this competition from somebody else and you feel stressed out that you're not going to be good enough, you're not going to achieve whatever they want you to achieve, always ask yourself this question: who wants it? You want it for you, or do you want it to please them? Because it's a huge difference. There's never ever you will please other people because they're not happy with themselves. Did you notice that it's so easy to please and be happy around happy people? They don't want anything from you, isn't it? They want you to be you because they themselves are allowing themselves to be themselves. So learn that, be inspired by that. I know, looks like I'm going to repeat myself here, but make a list of things that you already accomplished in your life and read them every day, or whatever you feel like you're not inspired. And seriously, write a list of things and imagine that there's going to be like an interview being given about you, and they say, so and so, tell me about your life. And then you need to kind of paraphrase and, like a paragraph, kind of tell them what is this about, where you came from, and where you are now. And then write like about the other person. And then look from this, what you just wrote, without judging yourself. And do you think if that will be some friend or somebody else that you know, what you would think about that person that you just read their story? Do you think they're amazing? I think so. So the only competition is really with you. And that competition and that whole stress that comes from that is really depends on you how much you will allow yourself to stress about. And the stress, as anything else, you can turn it and flip it over and say it's not stress, it's the excitement. It's something that you're going to experience. This is fun. This is called life. And if you don't disagree with me, that's great. I would like to hear your opinion. If you're watching this on YouTube, like my channel, subscribe to my channel, and like my video if you do. And I would like to hear, what is your opinion? Do you think that um anything changed in your life when you start paying attention more to yourself and your accomplishments, and the only competition for you was you? Or do you still think that we need to compete in this life and it's just the way things are? I'm very interested to read your comments. And well, until the next episode.